Hey guys, what's up? Back here with Alex Ritz and Brandon Pack. What's going on, guys?
Hey y'all.
What's up?
We are here today to talk to you guys a little bit more about T12s, rent rolls, parsing. So in this video, we're going to go over a quick guide on what to do with your rent roll header. So when you upload a rent roll to our system detects the headers of the spreadsheet and it will pull in the corresponding data below it, right? Sometimes it does it perfectly. Sometimes, it might be a little off and it needs some adjustment or some manual input by you. So I'm going to show you a scenario. It's just one scenario, but I'm going to show you, actually, I'll show you two different scenarios. So the first one I'm going to show you is where it does not properly detect the market rents. So let me go ahead and let me show you guys this deal here. And this is a rent roll where we've got a bunch of different columns for the income. We've got rent income, month-to-month fees, insurance. So they've got all this other income within here, right? Pet rent, storage, and it all totals up into the actual monthly total. Now that is what we call the effective rent. The effective rent is the actual rent that they're paying every month. It is not the market rent. The market rent is a prescribed potential. That is what our target is, but it is not what we're actually leasing for. Our target might be 1,050. However, our actual is 1,010 with 50 cents. So anyways, when I go ahead and upload this rent roll, I'm going to do that right now. Because there's so many income columns or rental rate columns and other expenses, when we pull this in, we want to make sure our headers up here match with the headers in the spreadsheet match the proper header category within our system so that we're pulling the right data into the model. So the way it works is this light, or let's say dark blue right here, and it goes all the way across. All of these are the actual imported header names from the spreadsheet. So if I pull up that spreadsheet again, it'll show the actual titles that are here. We detect that and we pull them right in. Market, renters insurance, market rent, lease from, lease to, market WST. I'm assuming that's maybe like water, sewer, trash, rental income, etc. So again, we're pulling these in, and then we're trying to align them with our headers, which are up here. So we've got the unit number, right? We've got bedrooms, baths, beds, baths. In their spreadsheet, it showed market rent, so we assign it to market rent. The one problem where I saw it go wrong is with the effective rent. We did not know which one to assign it to. And what it should be assigned to is the actual monthly total. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to click actual monthly total. And I'm going to click effective rent. It's going to drop the other one off. It's going to pull this one in. And now our actual monthly total is aligned with effective rent. We're properly pulling in our effective rent numbers. And it's going to give us the right rental averages there. And then when I go into my actual analysis, it's going to be pulling in the proper current effective rents. Whereas before, it was not pulling in the proper current effective rents. So that's one scenario where, again, you always want to just double check your headers, because if you guys go in here and you see that maybe the wrong rents are in here and you're like, what's going on? Which I'll show you. We'll redo it here. I'll reparse it. I'm not going to make that change. It's going to have the wrong header assigned, right? I'm going to press continue. So now you can see my average rents, $10.50. My median rents are all off. And when I confirm and go into the model, these are all going to be the improper numbers. So again, when you parse, every time, go through, double check your headers, make sure that the headers for our system are assigned to the proper headers in your document. This is just one of many quick little things you want to just look at. Take a couple seconds, look at it, make sure it's good, and then we'll move on. I'm going to give you guys another example. So I'm going to pull up another rent roll here. And you'll oftentimes see this page if your file has multiple sheets. That's when a spreadsheet has multiple sheets. Just pick the right one that you want. So in this case, we want the rent roll. And we're going to parse this document really quick. And you're going to see a bunch of red or some red errors right here. So what the red means is, hey, we found an error somewhere within that row. You need to fix it. You can either fix it by going through each one, and this one didn't show whether it was renovated or not. So we're just saying, hey, we don't have any data on this. You should input it. I will say that this is not something that is necessarily required for our system to parse the level of renovation. So because of that, I can do a couple things. One, you could go down and you could select which ones are renovated, which ones are not, or you can go ahead altogether and just click unused. Even without clicking unused, you actually can still continue and fully confirm and finish, even with that red. We'll tell you if there's something that's required here in the bottom. If there's a row that's completely out of funk and it's a required change or required fix, that was not necessarily a required fix. So either way, we'll go ahead and confirm. And all we had to do was press unused, right? Now, again, that's something that you may not know if you haven't seen it before. So all you do is click on the header and you go down and click unused, and it's just going to shift it out of the way. So Alex, Brandon, are there any other header issues that you run into commonly that you think I could address here?
Not within the parsing. I think headers cause a file to fail completely, but that will be another video. So I think you've covered all of our things here.
Okay. Let me see if that is with rent roll number 2. But yeah, agreed. Brandon, I think that is definitely more common scenario than the first. So so guys, that is how to work with the headers in our parsing system. Again, just the tip would be go through, double check, make sure the headers that we're selecting are lined up with the proper columns from the spreadsheet, and anything that you don't need, you can select unused, and then anything that needs to be adjusted or anything in red that shows up, just check if it's essential or not. The essential items for us, which I'm going to touch on in another brief video here, but the essential items are the unit type or the floor plan. That's number 1. We want to know how many bedrooms and how many bathrooms. So that's the first 3 things. And then the last thing is the effective rent. Or sorry, there's one more than that, but the last thing is the effective rent, and then the square footage. So there's 5 things we really want to know. And those are the 5 things that we pull into the model. We pull in the unit type of the floor plan is needed to determine how many units to group into each floor plan. That's number 1. Number 2 is we'd like to pull the square footage in. All right. Number 3 would be the current effective rents. Number 4 would be the bedrooms, and number 5 would be the bathrooms. So if you guys have those 5 things, we'll be able to pretty much do everything we need to within the software. And again, when you go back and parse, anything else really does not need to be used. The market rent, if there's other fees, the lease start, the lease end date, we detect those things. But as of right now, we don't use them for any data pulling into the model. So yeah, appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to hit up our team, and we will catch you on the next video.